think it's because the camera's just... I've tweaked the camera differently.
Oh,
I could probably tweak it back, but it would take forever, and then I'd have to change it again. So
it looks like we're in different rooms, but we're in the same room about 5 feet away from each other.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
We should just treat it as such.
Okay.
That's fine. All right. Everything's recording, including video. Stream's working. The new streaming setup seems to be functional.
It'll get better.
Yeah. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. All right. I'm going to start it off in 3, 2. Hold on. And some water. A little water. Oh.
3, 2.
Okay, that was loud. That was really loud, but it's okay. It's all right.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Begins in 3, 2, 1. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, I'm not. Hold on. Shit. Okay, I'll do that again. 3, 2, 1. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
That didn't work either. Why is that? Okay, something's delayed. Let me try it one more time. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to SKIM. I'm Scott Johnson.
And I'm Kim Johnson.
Hello. How are you?
I'm great.
Oh, it's fantastic. You don't have headphones today, so we're going to see how this goes.
We'll see how it goes.
So far, so good. You're not, yelling into the mic or anything.
Okay,
That's
good.
But
I can't hear myself in the stream. So.
No. All you can hear is your own voice in your own head today.
Yeah.
Now, as you can see, look at me. You can't see me, but
yeah, we decided we'd take it real chill this morning, and we're in robes on Sunday morning.
Yeah, robes.
We've had our toast and chai and chilling out.
I had a little toast. I had a chai tea. Kim made it. She always makes a nice little chai tea for me. A chai tea.
A chai tea.
And we're here doing it. I got a new streaming setup, so we're doing a live thing that may or may not be weird. I hope it isn't weird. So far, so good. I may just keep it up so it's just you and me side to side for a while here. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, if you looked at the screen, though, it looks like we're in different worlds.
It looks like we're in a whole different world.
Looks
because
like you're on Mars.
I look like I'm inside of a freaking orange nightmare. And Kim is like nicely colored. It's because of this. It's these lights here, and my camera's calibrated differently. I can't help it. And for all of you who aren't here live, you're hearing this on the podcast. You're like, what are you even talking about? You don't want to see this. This is bad news. Not only that, Kim's wearing a robe. I'm wearing a robe. We look like, I don't know, Ricky and Lucy on vacation. What are we doing here? What's this about? Whose idea was this?
It's chill Sunday morning.
Is this my idea or your idea?
This is your idea. Oh. It was like, the show's in a few minutes. Hey, do you want to just do this in robes since we're already dressed? Okay.
Yeah. And like Kim said, it is kind of a, it's a lazy Sunday. There's no reason to be rushing around.
Cold outside, and no one wants to be getting ready anytime soon.
No, although we have to. But not for another hour or so after the show. And I don't even have my watch. I just looked at my wrist, and it's one hair past a mole. That's what time it is.
'Tis 11:02.
Well, we're here. We're glad to be here. We hope you guys are equally happy to be with us. We have had a week, man. There's and next week's going to be just as crazy because next weekend we get the floor finished that we've been talking about for ages. So finally somebody's coming in. They're going to rip out the carpets for the other half of the upper floor there. So
the bedrooms in the hallway will get the wood flooring that's been sitting in our front room since November?
No, October.
October?
Yeah.
October. That's good stuff.
Before we left to BlizzCon.
Yeah.
Which was October 31st. Before that, it was sitting there in this big pile. And we've diminished it by doing the first half of the house. We did that all by ourselves.
Yeah, and, you say it like that.
Well, not me and you.
Family came over and worked with us.
Family did it, yeah.
Or for us.
It worked out well, though. And but everyone's super busy, so we're like, we need to finish this other half. Let's just do it. Ironically, here's the funny bit. I think this is funny. Kim calls around to find a good deal.
Oh, yeah.
And she gets a bid from a place that just is a random place. It's not like we know anything about it or anything. But we find out pretty quickly because the name looks familiar to Kim. It's this dude what sold us a CRX, a Honda CRX back in like 91. Yeah, he worked with us.
At National Microcomputers, which no longer exists.
Right. And last time Kim worked there, you were barfing, remember?
I was pregnant with Tay.
Yep. It was a long time ago.
It's true.
And we were
been a long time.
we were selling computers. This is back when a single speed CD-ROM was like $2,000 to give you an idea of the computing era we were in. We were playing Doom.
You were selling and building computers, and I was the receptionist at the front desk.
Yep. Remember that guy
right.
that accused you of taking petty cash? Do you remember that deal?
Oh my gosh.
What was his name?
I can't remember.
He always looked like he was made out of rubber, that guy. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I think so.
He always looked like sweaty rubber. Is that weird?
That's kind of gross.
I agree. It's super gross. But for some reason, that guy just had a sweaty, rubbery quality
nervousness to him.
Yeah. And he was stealing money out of petty cash.
But then tried to blame me.
He totally blamed Kim, dude. The nicest, most honest person on the premises.
People.
And she was...
Sometimes people suck.
People do suck. They really suck. Anyway, he sucked anyway. I don't want to say everybody sucks. But that was an interesting time in our lives. And we knew this guy. And he was nice enough.
Yeah.
But he kind of had a little crush on you.
Oh, my gosh.
Do you remember this? That he had a crush on you. Come on. Remember?
Stop it.
No, it's true. He did. Kim's being modest here, but he had this like enormous crush on Kim, even though we were married. And by then, only how many years? A couple years in? 3 years?
In, yeah. Because Taylor was a baby.
Yeah. And we were both babies, really.
We were.
You and I. I mean, I was 25. You were 21. Yeah.
Okay.
You were Carter's age. What the what?
That's weird. Yeah.
That's super weird.
Anyway, this ends up being the guy that comes over and does the quote.
Oh, you want to just jump to the end, do you?
Yes, I do.
You want to skip all the bit in the middle where he's...
There's a middle?
There's a middle where he has, he's got feelings for my wife.
Oh, my gosh.
He did.
Stop. There's nothing that ever happened. Nothing ever came of it.
Of course, nothing came of it because you're a nice, faithful, wonderful woman. But at the time, I remember being annoyed with it. But also, he was like kind of short and kind of squirrely, and I didn't worry too much about it.
Did you want me to get annoyed about all the people that flirted with you?
Do you want to tell? You don't want to tell?
No,
that one
I
story.
don't. Because
we got one we could totally tell, but I can't.
No, we can't.
We'd have to put an explicit tag on the show.
Ugh.
I know it's bad.
Things she said.
I can't. I still can't believe to my face, without blinking, she said those things.
Yeah.
Knowing full well that you and I are
happily
married, like married
totally
beyond marriage.
married.
Yeah. And that there's no way any of this is ever going down the way she was envisioning it.
Yeah.
I still can't believe someone did that. I know that's not that uncommon, and then that's how people cave. They go, "Oh, it's freaking titillating, whatever," and they go and they make their big goof, but not.
That's what they say.
This one was like
titillating.
I was like, I can't wait to go tell Kim what's happened.
Yeah, and I wasn't very happy about it either.
No, you were pissed. I remember
was
you were super pissed. But she was weird, man.
That's fine. Anyway,
the point is, Kim calls around, finds out it's the same guy.
It is the same guy. He came over. He was super nice. He's had 4 kids since then, and everything's been good.
He just got divorced.
Okay.
So I'm just saying.
Did you want me to call him and have him not do the floor?
No, I think he's giving us a good deal.
I think we just need to get it done.
I'm a little nervous, though, to see him because I'm afraid I'm going to be weird.
Well, I'm always afraid you're going to be weird with people in our house. But it's going to get done next weekend. It's going to be good.
Yeah, we're going to do it all Friday
and Saturday.
2 days, done, out of here.
Done and done.
And then it's off to the races for us for the dogs, literally, because they just spin out on the floor.
It's kind of funny. Boomer's afraid of the new flooring.
Yeah, she doesn't like it.
She doesn't like that she looks like a Scooby-Doo character and just running in place.
Well, yeah, it is like, yoinks, yoinks. It's like this really goofy run. And I feel bad for her because she's got that one leg that's still a bum leg, and she doesn't have the control. She's
walking on it more, I'd say 50-50. So it's getting better. And they told us it would be about 8 weeks, and it's been 4. So
we're only halfway there?
We're only halfway there.
Okay.
And she's doing a lot better.
Okay, well. So
she's actually doing really great.
I have very high hopes that the dog is going to be just fine throughout all this.
She will be.
Okay, let's dive right in. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there's other drama going on. I don't have to get too specific about it. Yeah, there was. Well, you were involved directly in it. What are you talking about?
That's right. I've let it go already.
If you guys have, I'll just say this. Here's a little advice.
That's the important thing about drama is let it go. Once it's over, just let it go.
Yeah, like Princess, what's her name? Princess Elsa. Is it Elsa? Who's the one that's saying let it go? Who was that? Which one?
I don't remember.
Honey.
Our kids were really old when Frozen came out. We didn't really see it a million times like a lot of people with little kids.
Yeah, but it wasn't that long ago. It's like
right,
2015 or something?
Nick was 15 by then.
Oh, that's
we
true.
didn't really watch it over and over, so I don't remember.
I
think we saw it once.
2015 didn't matter for movies except for Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Never forget. Anyway, the point is, what is the point? There's no point. Lots
of drama going
on. If you have let's say just a black sheep in your family, you know how this can be. Things can happen that go a little nutty. You got to do your best to support and be there, even if it's not appreciated.
Yeah.
And Kim and my daughter and my sister, I think, went overboard in that regard. You guys really were there to make sure that it was as helpful as possible. I'm a little poor as a result.
Well, it's family.
It's
you
family.
do what you have to do for family.
That's right. When you're here, you're family, as the Olive Garden reminds us. And so we're here to remember that. Yeah, but it's been a frustrating week in that regard. And I guess I wanted to ask you on the air, since we're so open about what's happening. How do you feel about it? You say you put it behind you already.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah? You're not worried about it? You're not thinking about it?
No, it's done. We moved her into her new apartment, and
we're getting specific here, aren't we? Oh, wow.
And yeah.
I thought you were going to not be specific.
I wasn't. That wasn't very specific at all.
Well, I didn't. Could
have been a dog.
Well, yeah, but then you said she and her son. Like you got real specific.
It's not like she's listening.
That's true. She doesn't know how.
I don't know. It's fine.
I don't think she has internet.
We helped Scott's sister.
Oh my gosh! I get more specific.
Yep.
Okay.
And she's moved into her new apartment. That was that.
Yeah, it's fine. It all worked out. I just want to say that I was proud. It was a very busy week. I had tons going on work-wise, and Kim went overboard to do all she could.
Wow.
And
Thank you.
And my sister, who's really been through the ringer, my other sister. And then even my other sister, who's not even here, she's in Minnesota, she was doing her part to sort of help all this through.
Yeah.
Oh, and for those who are wondering, we're not talking about Wendy. They
No,
all know. They
my
all
gosh,
know
no.
Wendy. They all know her.
This isn't Wendy.
Wendy
helped out a ton.
Oh yeah,
So,
Wendy.
No, it wasn't.
As one would expect, Wendy was there.
Went above and beyond.
She went above and beyond like Wendy does.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
good. Anyway.
Do you want to hear some calls that we got? You guys are killing it with the voicemail line. Please continue to use it. 801-471-0462. That's 801-471-0462. Let's start with a question from Jamie, who's familiar to the Tadpole because he does the mashups for TMS and he listens to the show as well. Yeah. So he has this question. I think it's mainly directed at you, but let's find out.
It's Jamie, TMS mashup, and this question is actually for Kim. Well, Scott, you can pipe in too to see how you handle this particular thing. I'm wanting to know, you guys have been married a long time now. When Kim has a bad day or something to say, and she just wants she wants to vent about whatever's bothering her. For me, I like to fix things, and I usually try and provide a solution, which just ends up pissing her off, and she doesn't want to tell me anything anymore. So I want to know, what can I say during one of my wife's venting sessions, or what do you say, Scott, during one of your wife's venting sessions, to show that you're validating her feelings, but not trying to solve her problems for her? Love the show.
There is a dangerous precedent that can be set where it just sounds like what you're doing is placating and not just saying I know and not really being there, but being there just as a way for them to sound off on. So you're gonna have to answer this better than me, but I'll say to answer his final bit there, when Kim's frustrated, I have learned, it's not that it's hard or anything, but I just think it's really important to listen to what she's mad about. And those times where I don't, like my phone's out or
That's
I'm
what I was about to say. Make sure you're actually listening.
Be engaged.
Even if you're not saying anything.
Yeah. Be engaged.
Be engaged. And yes, I get frustrated with things and I am yelling and freaking out. And sometimes he'll let me go really far with it. And then he'll be like, okay, do you want to know what I have to say? Because sometimes I don't. Sometimes my answer is no, but at least he'll ask me that.
Well, sometimes you just sometimes you're just wanting to get it out. Like you just want to say it. You're not looking for a solution. You're not looking for an answer. You just need to vent it and say it. This is how it usually go. If it's
kind
something
of like oh my gosh, you're not going to believe what happened to me today, and this is what it was, and you'll be listening. But I want to make sure that you're listening. So make sure that you're at least saying, okay, and not looking down at your phone the whole time going, I was listening.
Yeah,
I was
I've done it before. Trust me, it's not good. Don't do that.
Yeah, that'll make your wife madder at you and ended the situation because no one's hearing me.
Yeah, but okay, I agree with all of that. Okay. I also, let me talk about the benefits of it. So even if it's like 2 hours of, let's say, Kim just going to town about something she's mad at.
Oh, come on, I never
I'm
take
not
that
saying
long
you
to
do.
tell you the story.
I'm just saying, let's say there's an example like that. What almost happens almost 100% of the time is after all of that, we'll both have someplace to go or something will happen. And Kim will text me or call me or some other way and say, thanks for letting me vent. Mm-hmm. I just needed to talk about it. And that's when I know that I did it right. So I guess what I'm saying is hopefully she'll have a way, Jamie, to indicate to you that you were the right listening post at the right time, and that you listened, and that you, whatever advice or follow-up or feedback you gave, if it was asked for, was good and in accordance with your relationship.
But ask, hey, do you want my opinion on this, or did you just need to tell me? Because I think that's important, because sometimes I really don't want to hear any feedback. I just need to get out the terrible, horrible thing that happened to me, or the person that was rude, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Without fixing it, because there's no way to fix it. Because
later
you're always going, man, if I would have said, if I would have done, if I was in right mind, I would have said this.
Yeah.
But that's no fun either.
Sometimes you just want to blow it out and be done.
Just yell.
Yeah, get it out. It's like throwing up,
Because you're the person, you are the sounding board. You can't say these things to the person that was rude to you, whether it was a driver that you can scream at all day, but they can't hear you.
Sidian in the chat room says, offer advice on entirely unrelated subjects. Oh, yeah, that'll do well.
No.
Yeah. So what she'll do is to say, my mother, she's this and that and always invading my life. And then you should go, cleaning the spark plugs twice a year is a good idea.
Don't do that.
I don't know, man.
Random facts.
I think it's an interesting approach that I hadn't considered before.
Spew out random things that don't make any sense to this subject.
Well, how about this one? We got...
okay, let's hear another one.
Another one, they want to know what we do together. I assume they don't mean the sexy stuff. I guess we're about to find out. Let's see.
Hi, this is Kelly. I go by Ninja Cowboy 42 in the chat. I've noticed that you, Scott, and Kim have very different interests and activities and such. And other than, your children, I was curious what brings you together. Are there any activities that you share, or do you just enjoy talking about your different activities with each other? I'm just curious if there's any crossover, like if you guys read the same books or whatever. Anyway, hi. Bye.
Short and sweet. I love it.
Hi, bye.
Hi, bye.
So what's your answer to that?
I don't know. I think there's a few things we like to do together. Food is one of them. We like to try out new restaurants and things like that. Mm-hmm. I'm usually the one that's like, hey, there's this one we have to try, because I get into that a lot. But you've gotten, over the years, better about wanting to go try new things.
Yeah. That was harder for me in the beginning. Yeah, movies. We love movies.
Movies we like to go see together.
Yep.
But then we did some fun dates. Was it last year? We started doing some... taking picnics places and things like that in the summer, and concerts at the Daybreak community.
Yeah, the outdoor concert thing is always fun. Sure. Yeah, with a lot of that stuff. Like, I don't know, when we were younger. Like, let's talk about when we were younger.
You didn't like to spend money on food.
I never do. But I did like going to, like, on the and again, this has a lot of this to do with the kids, but we loved all just hopping in the van and going somewhere cool.
Yeah.
And just like the whole Saturday would be a thing, or go to the canyons and hang out there or whatever. So there's plenty of like mutually fun things to do, but there are probably more things that we're interested in separately than we are together. Like she mentioned books. There's no way we're reading the same books.
No.
I mean, there might be some once in a while something will interest me that she's reading, or something I'm reading she will. But
yeah, you've got to read this. This one, you'll like this.
Sure. And a lot of times I'll have with like the TV shows we're into. She doesn't like everything I like, but once in a while I'll hit. Like I watched this British thing called The Bodyguard. This isn't the Whitney Houston Kevin Costner one. It's a little 8-episode season thing that's on Netflix, and I loved it. I thought it was amazing. Yeah. And I said, Kim, you got to watch this. You'd like it. And you ended up really liking it.
Yeah.
Ironically, though, we watched it separately.
Yes,
I watched it first,
true.
and then she watched it later. But we don't get hung up on that stuff. It's not a problem. Like when I downloaded and played Anthem yesterday. If I said that to you, do you even know what that is?
No, I don't.
You have no idea. You don't know what Anthem is.
The kids have all been talking about it. That's all I know.
Right.
I hear the name.
The gaming world has been talking about it since 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
It's this intense, release. It's a big deal and everything. But never once do I go, man, I sure wish Kim knew more about Anthem coming out. It's just not a problem, and I don't know anything about the stuff you're into.
I don't think, wow, I really wish Scott would go to boutiques with me.
No. Oh, my gosh. Those places are horrifying hellscapes. I don't like them.
Well, you don't like them. I like pop-up stores and the little boutique-y things that you get to go to and just look around and get ideas, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, basically walking Pinterest.
There's a couple of places we did do that together, like the Arts Festival. Utah Arts Festival is super fun.
Yeah, we like that. You get what's that stuff? What's the Italian ice thing you get there? What's that called? Maybe it's just Italian ice.
It's just Italian ice. I was like, the Italian ice thing.
I like that a lot. But yeah, arts festivals,
bookstores.
When I was younger, like high school age, early 20s, or mostly high school age, I was really into concerts, and I saw everybody. Well,
That's true.
Everybody that I cared about, but I saw everybody from Howard Jones multiple times to Kiss and Metallica and freaking Ozzy, one of his later tours and stuff like that. I was super into heavy metal at the time. And Kim grew up in a household where there were no concerts. You just didn't go.
We didn't go. It was further away and
full of pot.
It was a lot. Yeah, I mean, the Superdome in New Orleans is not really somewhere a teenager should drive and hang out in the middle of the night. So.
Well, at least according to your mother. Actually, I agree with her in this case.
I still think that.
Yeah, I agree. New Orleans
was a good idea.
New Orleans is a scary place. That was like
the closest big venue. So I didn't do that, but once the kids were older, I started taking them to concerts, and Scott was like, "No, you will not catch me there." But
I don't like
would
going
take them
anymore.
to all of them, and it was super fun.
I hate them
all their
now.
bands
and not because I don't like music. I love music. We play it all the time. We're a very musical house. Music is always playing.
You just don't want to be in the crowded place.
Hate
and that doesn't bother me.
Parking, the crowds. I mean, I've gone full old man on it. I hate it so much. I hate it. Oh my gosh. I don't care how much I love the band. Like Kim, if Knife Party came to Salt Lake, Kim would have tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
I would.
Because she loves, first of all, she loves electronic, all forms of it. She loves where techno has gone. Okay. Same here. Big fan. Love it. I'm literally, my voice is literally in a Knife Party song.
Yeah.
Called Destroy Them with Lasers. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it now and
he's the
blow
one
your
saying
minds.
Destroy Them with Lasers.
I'm the guy talking. And even with all that, and they could even offer me like backstage passes and all that, and I would still go, oh my gosh, really? Are we going to that?
Yeah. And the crowds don't stress me out like they do you.
Oh, they completely stress me out. I hate it. And
I'm
it's
one
gotten
of those
worse the
people,
older I
though,
get.
we've talked about it before, where I'm early everywhere, and so I will get there hours before, wait for the doors to open, be in the front of the line, all of that, and I think that would make you insane.
Oh, it'd kill me. I just can't even manage it. So yeah, as a general rule, not a fan.
Not a fan
of that.
And that's okay. That's
it's
not
totally
one of the
fine.
things we do together. No. But if I said, "Hey, Scott, we're gonna go head to Barnes and Noble and spend a day out and about, checking out vintage stores and going to the bookstores," he would be like, "Okay, let's do that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Sure.
Go get Queen-Amon's downtown."
Right, but if she says we're going to Larry's Craft and Hobby, I'd say, I think I'll stay here. I'll take Nick to this comic book store.
Why don't you see if Carter wants to go? That's what you'd say. And she would be all over that.
Or if I said, hey, I'm going to go spend the entire day at every GameStop I see and every comic book store I see and I
would say, take Carter with you. She'd really like that.
Yeah, that's it.
Carter likes to go everywhere.
She's pretty open to whatever's up.
It's true.
Here's Tucker. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not Tucker. This is our trucker friend is what I meant to say. Whoops, gotta get the right mouse going. Here we go. Let's see what she has to say.
Hey, leaving a message for the SKIM show. Hi, Scott and Kim. This is Kristen, your lady truck driver fan. I don't know if I can claim that title. I'm sure you have lots of lady truck driver fans, but I'm one of them. I just wanted to say, first of all, I enjoyed hearing about how you like living and working together 24/7. That's pretty cool. My husband and I are team drivers, so we're in a little 7 by 10 foot truck cab all day, 24/7. It's a very interesting experience, but we're loving it. We have a great time together. My main question was for Kim. I was wondering, our 4-year-old son has become a very picky eater lately. He eats about 3 things, and none of them are vegetables. And I was wondering if she might have some recipes or tips for how to sneak vegetables into his diet. I've heard of putting pureed cauliflower and mashed potatoes, but that's the only one I know about. So hopefully Kim can help me get some vegetables into my little man. Some great recipes. Thanks very much. Love the show.
All right. I love that call, first of all. Second of all, I have questions. Is the kid in the truck too?
That is a good question.
Yeah, you got your husband, and a 4-year-old 24/7 in a tiny, semi-truck cabin thing?
Probably not. Probably staying with Grandma.
That would be
I'm going to assume that.
Yeah, probably. So it's been a while since you've had to... Our kids, it's weird. our kids never struggled with this. They always kind of ate their vegetables, sort of.
Yeah, their favorite thing whenever they were all three pretty small. Taylor was probably 9.
Yeah.
They were probably 9, 6, and 3. And their favorite place was Super Salad.
Yeah.
So it was a salad bar. Of course, there's lots more to the salad bar, like the ice cream part of it and, all the breads and all of that. But they were pretty good about vegetables. But I've met a lot of people who have the same problem. It's not really a problem.
Not really a problem, no.
The kids are going to eat what they're going to eat. But there's a few ways to do that. I know, depending on what they like muffins or I'm trying to think what else you can sneak vegetables into. Mm-hmm. If you can make really good zucchini muffins or banana bread muffins that add a few things like that. But I'm wondering what the 3 things that he likes. Is it macaroni and cheese and,
That sounds right.
Is it cheese, tortillas, and what was my niece? She's now 16 and she still likes
it's still what she
just
prefer.
a very few things.
Yeah. She's kind of the thing you hope doesn't happen. And the thing is, she somehow managed to just still remain this cute, trim, healthy-looking girl, but she eats just garbage, that girl.
No, it's not really garbage.
Pretty
she just
bad.
really likes cheese. She makes cheese, what are they called? Quesadillas all
Cheese
the time.
quesadillas every chance she gets. I go to that house,
You
I
can
feel
always
like...
throw in a little bit of chicken with that and things like that.
Yeah, there's things you can
Kind
do,
of
but in the
smoothies.
case of our kids, they loved salads. They became addicted to ranch, which I know isn't really the healthy part of a salad, but Taylor will eat it on anything.
Everything.
Yeah, anything.
Yes.
She doesn't care. She just douse ranch on it.
If he will eat smoothies, that's kind of a really good place to stick a lot of things, but still make it really, really sweet so they like it. Mm-hmm. Protein shakes and veggie and fruit smoothies are a good way to do that.
Yeah, what if he likes every kid likes a little cold chocolate shake sort of thing, right? Mm-hmm. So what you could do is you make a chocolate shake thing. It can even have ice cream in it, I guess, but you could grind kale into there. You could grind spinach into
things
there
that don't
and get
have
away
a
with
lot
it.
of flavor.
Yeah, you get away with it for sure.
But you're going to get those vitamins and stuff out of your veggies.
Yeah. Don't do
Good luck.
Dogritos.
I'm really hoping that's one thing he does like is smoothies or
Oftentimes
juice.
it's just a phase too, so your kids will gain. I mean, I'm even this way still to this day.
Yes.
I'll go to a store and Kim will say, "Hey, we should try these weird looking olives," and I'll say, "Ooh, I don't know." And I'll get them home and eat them and go, "Oh man, these are awesome! I want more of these. Let's fill the house with these."
Yes.
But when I was 5, 6, 7, there's no way I would eat those. Not a
Spaghetti's
chance.
another place. If you can get him to eat spaghetti, that you can eat a lot of vegetables in there. Things with pasta that you can sneak in.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's good. They need.
I really
it's
hope
good
that's
that she's
one of the things he likes.
Yeah, and it's good that she's thinking of this.
It's smart. It's
yeah,
smart.
you want your kids to have something like that. City
And it's really hard when they aren't willing to try new things.
Permanently snarky Sidian in the chat room says you could make something good and then ruin it. Yeah.
Well, don't put too much kale in anything.
No.
Don't turn it green because
No.
the kids are going to look at that and go, I'm not touching that.
Plus, you'll give them the. You don't want that. All right. Thank you, trucker friend.
Good luck.
And as far as I know, you are our only female trucker
And that sounds
listener.
really cool to be together in a truck all day. I know Scott's probably like, no.
No, I'd do it. I wouldn't mind that. That'd be okay.
Also, I was looking on Pinterest because that's the place I like to go, and they do make fruit and veggie rainbow ice pops that look like Otter Pops.
I love how you did justify that.
I did.
I did go on Pinterest because
I'm always on
like
there.
to go there. I like to go.
But they do make Otter Pops out of veggies and fruit, so
What?
maybe try that.
Hold on. Really?
Yeah, they do.
That's true. Look at this.
Yep.
Veggie. Hold on.
Veggie
Otter
and,
Pops.
Yeah.
Oh, Otter Pops.
And they're supposed to
Otter
supposed to
Pops.
taste pretty good.
I think that is bananas. Oh, yeah, look at this.
Yep.
When they have vegan fruit pops as well.
Mm-hmm. So you have lots of veggies and fruits in
Those
there.
probably taste terrible, though.
No,
No offense to vegans.
I would imagine they've perfected that. They've done it long enough, and they're like, okay, there's some kids that need to get some more vegetables in their diet.
You think so?
We're going to make this work.
I don't know, man.
I bet they're good. Okay. Get a small box. Try it.
All right. Best of luck to you. We have a final call, I believe. These calls have been great, by the way.
Yeah,
Keep
awesome.
sending them in. We love them. 801-471-0462.
I'll answer to the best of my ability.
This is apparently for Kim. It's about a minute long.
Again.
Yeah, here you go.
Except for Scott, you can take a seat back. You've demonstrated that you're less qualified to answer a question like this. So, Kim, I have an anniversary coming up, and it's our second year. I've just drawing a blank on what I should get my lovely bride. She and I, no, I didn't even identify myself. This is Monty from Sandy.
Oh.
And
cool.
I'm just trying to decide.
Hold on, we know Sandy. It's where I was born. I was raised in Sandy. I lived there my whole life. That's amazing.
Okay,
Well, not my
keep
whole
going.
life, for a long time.
You're supposed to sit back.
Kim, I'm making this about me.
You're less qualified, he said. I like that Starkey comment.
You're right. Okay, let's keep going.
If I've got a necklace in mind, so is that something that is something that would work in this situation? Last year, I did the Hallmark paper gift. I was thinking about doing the Hallmark gift this year too. But, well, what do you think, Kim? This is Monty again, and I love you guys, and I love your show. Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Ah, thanks,
Thanks,
Monty.
What a cool name, too. Nobody's named Monty anymore.
Well, according to the internet,
yeah.
second anniversary is cotton.
What?
Well, I mean, like, first anniversary is paper, second is cotton.
What is this? What is this wizardry? I don't know.
Third is leather. I know there's a lot of different things out there like this. So,
I've never
if
even
you want
heard
to
of
stay
this.
really traditional and stick with the list that's put out there on the internets, then it's cotton. So, I like the idea of the Hallmark second anniversary because they do something every year and you can stick with that.
Yeah.
But if you were to go cotton, what would figure out what you would do that's cotton. It could be new sheets on your bed. Hubba hubba.
What? Whoa.
Could be new.
Wait, could it be a picture of Hank Hill's father?
It could be.
No? That's not cool? Cotton Hill?
Don't do that. She
Scrazzy?
will not appreciate that.
Okay. That's fine.
You could do a cotton robe, something very personal, very fun like that.
Yeah.
Our anniversaries have changed over the years as far as I used to cook you a meal, or we didn't really go out as much in the early years.
Not like we
do now.
I mean, it's not like we're not extravagant.
No, I really like to cook, and so it was always fun for me to come up with your favorite meal, and that changed over the years
we
too.
were young, it was expensive diapers, and like we weren't rolling in it. We're not rolling in it now, but
no, we weren't. No, we're not.
No, we're not. Nor will be ever, maybe. But we were not frugal, but we were more like, let's make dinner. Let's not go spend $15 a plate.
I really did like to cook, and I still do, and so it was really fun to come up with their favorite things, and maybe it'd be fun to do all their favorite things.
Yeah.
Their favorite meal, then their favorite movie, things like that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think some
But
of
if you are more inclined to go out, find out what their favorite restaurant is and do the same kind of thing.
Did we talk last week about how you did the 14 days of Valentine's Day? Did we talk about that?
I wasn't done yet, so I don't know if we talked about what the gifts were. They were super cheesy at the beginning. Well, they were super cheesy all the way through.
Well, that's what I wanted to get to. You do this every year, most years, the last few years that I can remember anyway. And she just will show up on the 1st of February and have a thing with a funny little saying. I'll give you an example.
I've got lots of examples.
She gave me a single slice of pizza one day and gave me this card, and it says, "You stole," and then there's a picture of a pizza slice.
You stole a pizza, my heart.
Yeah, you stole a pizza, my heart. Isn't that cute? And so that was awesome. And then I have others here. She got me a lemon thing and said, "You're my main squeeze." That was cute.
It was your favorite lemonade.
Yeah. Here's another one. She got me a waffle. She made me a waffle. Of course I do. I always keep these. She made me a waffle breakfast, and it came and it said, "I love you a waffle lot."
Yep.
She's super into the puns, obviously.
I am, and it's funny. I got you fries one day from McDonald's, and it said, "I only have fries for you."
That was a good one. But look how almost everything I mentioned, actually all of it, is very inexpensive, very thought-based, not money-based or like extravagant. And it's delightful. And I'm terrible at this. I don't think of these things. I'm not good at remembering to do it.
And that's okay.
I know.
I really like to do that.
Kim's come to grips with that. But she's very good at it. And so stuff like that, I think, is more meaningful than some, expensive thing.
And in the past, I have done for my sister and some of my friends, if we go out for their birthday, same with your anniversary, if it's on a day when you're together all day, it's really fun to do something every hour that you're together.
Right.
So you end up with smaller things like that, but even if it's just a gift, any gift that's their favorite things every hour of the day. It's kind of fun too.
Yeah, I agree. So stuff like that. I don't know about this cotton
so
business.
Monty, good luck.
Yeah.
You don't know about this cotton business?
I don't understand
well,
it.
What's
What's
your
why?
50th anniversary is like gold or silver. I mean, you work up to the more.
Yeah, but why? Whose idea was this?
I don't know. It's been around for a long, long, long time.
Well, it makes me want to punch a donkey in his privates.
Well, then maybe not stick to cotton. I don't know.
All right. Well, good enough. Thank you for your calls. 801-471-0462. That's 801-471-0462.
And happy anniversary.
And now this.
Will you remember to eat the right way?
All right, we have another tradition around Valentine's,
Valentine's.
that I love because I benefit directly from it, but also talk about what it is and why you do it.
10 years ago, we decided to start having Valentine's Day with the kids because it's so hard to get reservations and go out and be out and about in wintertime in Utah, so you never know what the weather's going to be like. So about 10 or 12 years ago, we decided to have it with our kids and make a special dinner.
You're skipping a thing, though.
What am I skipping?
This is the important bit, I think. At least this is what it's been in my head. Maybe it's different for you, but it was never about go out and find a couple things like, we got to get a restaurant or the snow's bad. To me, it wasn't that. It was, what is the best physical representation or manifestation of our long, love-filled marriage?
Which is our kids.
These kids that we produced. And they're the fun result. I mean, trust me, it's fun making them too. But like they're these like examples of like, look what we've done together. Look who we've made. Look how cool they are. Look what they're doing. And so us getting together on Valentine's Day, it always felt like the perfect way to celebrate that. Rather than us. It started
out with even having like the candles on the table for the kids and eating dinner in the dark, and it was a lot of fun. As they were younger, they thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah,
of course. But we've kept the tradition, and we've kept the same menu.
Yeah,
for all those years,
which
is shrimp and crab legs, which are cooked in the Zatarain's crab boil. So it's all spicy, and then we always do steak to go with it. So Carter has all the seafood, of course, and we always do lots of other things with it. A salad. We did a salad and potatoes and asparagus this year. Depends on what year it is.
You got some really good shrimp this year. I don't know where that stuff's coming from. But
these big colossal shrimp. They were really good.
Yeah. Where do you get those?
I picked them up at Smith's.
Oh, Smith's of all places. Store. They get better meat than they should, I feel like. I don't know how they're doing it.
And I picked up the crab legs at Harmon's because they have really good crab legs.
Yeah, crab legs are great.
And this year I didn't do steak per person. I did steak bites.
Yeah, they're like little cubes. Or not cubes, but
they're just steak bites.
And weren't they originally planned to be like Cajun steak bites,
yeah.
But they were kind of not that, and that was okay.
No, because we had a lot of Cajun stuff on the table. It was already spicy with all the meat.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, be careful when you're pouring the cocktail sauce. Kim had a bit of a...
It dumped all over a plate.
It's not like ketchup where it gets stuck and you got to do it. She dips it and that whole half of that bottle is all over everything.
It's fine.
But it was really good and amazing and not that much work, best I could tell. Although it did set off the fire alarm for some reason. But
the steak did. It got a little crispy on the edges.
Yeah, that's how you want it, though.
Always happens.
Yeah. Well, we usually cook, if we're doing steaks at this house, it's usually outside on the grill. Yeah. Usually.
Yeah.
Not always, but when you can.
But we were, 6 inches of snow still out there, so we're like, let's just do it inside.
Yeah.
Well, now we know why we usually do it outside.
Plus ours, I don't know how to describe this any more appropriately than I'm about to, but our fire alarm detectors.
Oh, they're super sensitive.
Hair triggers, man. It doesn't take anything. Sensitive. I feel like I could swallow a little bit of that liquid smoke and then go up to one of these and go, and they'd go.
That would be it.
They're terrible.
It wasn't too bad, but we did have Taylor and Van and Dylan over, and that was so much fun because they were there.
Yeah, you guys know who Van is, right? He's this amazing, cute little boy that now exists.
Tiny being.
Yeah, he's great. There's this video we got from Taylor the other day of him sleeping in the car, or I guess it was yesterday.
Yeah,
sleeping in the car, and he's having
his weird dreams,
crazy dream. His eyes are opening in the dream and like rolling around and like kind of jerking, and then half smile, half frown, half smile, like clearly a very active dream. And then you see the point where whatever is in the dream wakes him up because he just goes, and then just kind of yawns and stretches like it was nothing. He's the monster. He's a monster. He's great.
So great.
Yeah.
So it was fun because they were here too, and we got to do Valentine's with them.
Yeah. It was really fun.
And when the smoke detectors went off from the steak. Van never even twitched. It was so funny. He's so used to noises. They have raised him so far with lots of TV on and music on, and so
music's always blaring.
Yeah.
Plus,
it's good.
hanging around here, everyone gets real loud, and so it was very, it's a very Johnson moment. And so we have people positioned at various doors, opening them and fanning them, and it's like 12 degrees outside, and we're just like bringing this cool breeze in.
We got it.
But you liked it because you had been slaving away on freaking steak and crab all
I got
afternoon.
out the really big pot. It's like put small children in this pot of crab boil and crab legs and all the shrimp was in there. So it was a really, really good night. Yeah,
it was good. There are pictures of the meal and of its said preparation up on my Twitter account if you want to see it. There are also there's some people who pointed out that the plates Kim used look like Dance Dance Revolution
because of the napkins
moves.
on them.
Yeah, because they all had like arrows. Yeah, so
they were Valentine napkins.
It looked
really
like it should be scrolling down on a screen and hitting the pad just right. It's pretty great.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good.
That's another idea too, Monty, for your anniversary. Is make a really great meal and set the table all nice, and it's really fun.
Yeah, I agree.
So
hopefully that helps somebody with a good idea.
There you go.
If you have your own recipes and ideas, you can send them in to the show by going to frogpants.com/SKIM. That's frogpants.com/skim. I started putting this feed or this file on the TMS feed because people asked me to. They were like, hey, I love having it in there as a little break between things. Do you mind if you keep doing that? I said, I don't mind. But there were a few that were confused about it.
Oh.
Like, is it on its own feed? No, I'm just here to tell you, yes, of course it is. If you want just the Skim show, go to frogpants.com/skim. All the links are there. It's a totally separate thing if you want it. We just sneak it into TMS because some people like the convenience of having all their stuff happen in one place. Yeah. And there's also the mega feed where I put all this stuff too, which details again on the site. If you're looking for every show the network does. You people are crazy, but I love you. But anyway, that's the thing you can do.
And we want to hear back from you on recipes and things because it would be fun to try yours.
Yeah, I would love to. And we have that Discord channel, which you can access pretty quickly and easily by going over to the website and clicking on the Discord link. And
everybody else's recipes are in there.
Is a bunch of recipes, yeah, including ours. We'll keep sticking those in there as we get it. And fans and listeners are also putting theirs in there all the time. Okay. Well, I think that's about it for us. It's a beautiful Sunday. Laying around in our robes. We got to go to church, though.
Oh, my gosh. Listen to you.
It's fine. It's fine. It's good.
It's fine. It's fine.
I teach little kids, and it's my favorite thing in the world, so I'm not really complaining. Yeah. I love little kids. Little kids are the best.
They are.
Old people suck. Kids are awesome. So we're going to go do that, and we're going to leave you now with that thought in your mind that, hey, you too can wear your robe and be on the air. Kim, thanks
Next time, wear your robes while you're listening to us. We'd like to know.
For sure. Thanks for hanging out with me today.
Absolutely.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com. All right. Thank you, everybody. Good time was had by all.